What it do, YouTube? It's SS, and I'm back with another video on this one right here. This one right here. Well, as you guys can see, I'm powering up a ducklet. I'm pretty sure you guys already saw it from the thumbnail, but I am powering up a Hundo Shadow ducklet into Swanna for the Ultra League Premiere, just because since we're having no legendary, so I don't have to put up with Garatina, Cresselia, and nothing like that. So it should be, in theory, easier for the Swanna to do better in the Ultra League Premiere. So as you guys see, I'm checking the moves out here. So yeah, I did go super positive with it. Some teams we do see kind of spicy. I did have to put a tank with the team just because Swanna is so glassy and the other Pokemon for Alligator, Shadow for Alligator that I'm using also is super frail. Tomorrow's video, I will be pumping out Cetidin. Maybe I might try to do it later on today, and then maybe tomorrow will be the Typhlosion video. We're gonna see. I'll do a shoutcast for the Typhlosion. I did have my homie Ayo It's Bueno from Twitch give me those battles, so it's super cool. So I will give him a shout out in that video tomorrow. But yeah, we have a couple videos coming out. I know I didn't drop any YouTube content in the last few days, but that's because I've been waiting for the new season, and I do have my first season battles that I will showcase obviously after we get done with the new updates. So without further ado, I guess. Oh, without let me forget to say that these battles were done on Twitch. So once again, link in the description as always. If you want to watch these battles happen in real time as they do happen, interact with me and you get to see my face because I know I don't really show it on YouTube, but I do show it on Twitch. So hope to see you guys over there. But yeah, let's go ahead and get to these battles. As we do see that they swap out into the Skeledirge. Skeledirge is going to go ahead and CMP me, Baptide the Captide, which is fine. I'm going to go ahead and call it. They disarming voice, so they bait me there, which is making no sense to me. We're going to charge up the Earthquake 2 and Excellent. It's going to be enough to KO. I'm just going to go ahead and let this go through as well. No, we're going to go ahead and shield. Probably should have just let it go through, but either way, good win for us, and we're going to be able to take that game as we do hop into the next battle. And the Steelix is not fully powered up, so to be honest, if I didn't have the Steelix, I probably would have lost a lot of games because I need a lot of shields with this team. So as we do see Greninja up against our Shadow Swanna going straight for the fly. And I also should have actually ran Bubble Beam on this. So I am probably gonna try Bubble Beam and then we'll make a video. If it's better, if it's not better, then obviously it's not gonna be a video. But yeah, if I do good, I might make a video. We'll run this team again today. If you guys watch this video going up, no, you probably won't. It probably be up at the same time as I'm live. But yeah, if you guys see this video when it did go live, I'm most likely live on Twitch. So go over there. But yeah, as we do see, they swap out into a SmackDown Chestnut. SmackDown Chestnut is going to get hit with the Psychic Fangs if they do go ahead and let it go through, which they do. They shielded the first one, let this one go through, which kind of makes no sense to me, but that's fine. They're going to go ahead and Frenzy Plant me, which is fine. Going to go ahead and swap out instantly to my Swanna, get this move off. And we did take that SmackDown. I wish I kind of didn't take the SmackDown, but we did. But it's still fine because we're going to be able to come back into our Steelix, force them to throw their energy here, and we're just going to go ahead and shield it. Okay, we're not going to show them our last Pokemon. They have Aerial Ace as well. So a little bit of spicy moveset. Once again, I want you guys to remember these battles are low rank battles. So we're going to see a little bit of everything as we do see Purified Staraptor up against our Shadow Swanna. And Shadow Swanna is getting chunked by these Gusts. So they are running Gust on their on their Purified Staraptor. I get the shield. I'm going to instantly swap into my for Alligator. For Alligator, going to be throwing up the first shield here. And now flying, we do shield the fly. I'm going to go ahead and shield again just because I didn't expect them to get to the move again. And this time they do actually throw the close combat. Probably could have farmed up a little bit more, but I'm just going to go straight for the move. I know they're going to go ahead and let it go, but that's the reason why I probably should have farmed up a little bit extra. They come out into a Nidoqueen, which is very interesting. Going to go straight for the Hydro Cannon here, and they do end up shielding. And I'm going to go straight for the Hydro Cannon again because I don't want them to throw move or get me super low for whatever's in the back. Swap out into my Swanna instantly, make it to the fly on this Arcanine. Arcanine is going to take massive damage from this fly. And the fly is not enough to KO, but 2 more air slashes, and we're going to be able to take that game with Swanna. As we do hop into the next battle, we're going to see Swanna up against Swampert, and this is real statistically should be really good for the Swanna. But as you guys will see, these hydro cannons chunk, and the reason being, once again, Swanna just does not have the bulk. I do believe it's probably less bulkier than the Swampert, but as you guys can see, we are getting a shield from the Swampert. Gonna go ahead and throw my shield up as well because I think I'm gonna make it to the move before they make it to the move, which I do. Gonna go ahead and throw the fly and then swap out instantly into my for alligator. And when it looks like we actually ended up catching a move here, Hydro Cannon is not gonna do too much very effective damage on us. They swap out into the Venusaur. Venusaur is gonna get met with the crunch here unless they end up shielding, which they don't end up shielding, which is fine with me. And since they're out, okay, they choose to throw last second right before I make it to the move. Very good counting on my opponent's side. And now the Swamp just gonna come into Steelix because I don't want to take a Frenzy Plant and I don't want to shield the Frenzy Plant. So I'm just gonna go ahead and save my shields. Once again, this is the reason why I'm using Steelix, such a tank, able to take these hits. And now Swampert is gonna come back in. I'm gonna go straight for the Psychic Fangs, but I should have went for the crunch because if not, I wouldn't have had to shield this. But either way, I don't think I shield this, and I think I end up swapping out. No, I don't swap out. Now we do swap out. In the back is a Monferno. Monferno's about to get hit with this fly. We're gonna go ahead and shield as well. Close combat's gonna get shielded up, and it wasn't CMP tie, it wasn't the BAP tie, it was not the cap tie. But either way, we under tap and we're gonna be able to get that fly off, and it's gonna be enough to KO the Infernape as we do hop into next battle. The reason I left this battle unchopped like this because your guys are about to witness what? Yeah, game crashed. The game crashed. So, as we do hop into the battle, now we're gonna see Scizor up against our Shadow Swanna, and I don't know if this is the lead. They get a boost, and I'm like, oh no, this is super bad for me. The boost, not the boost. They're gonna throw another Night Slash, which is fine with me. And then I don't know what happens here. They catch somehow. I don't even know. I don't understand. They caught somehow. That was a weird animation, but either way, they still ended up shielding, which is kind of weird. I'm gonna go ahead and let this go through. They close combat me, and I live with 1 HP to get to this Psychic Fang. Psychic Fang is gonna get shielded by the Machamp. Machamp is gonna get chunked by these air slashes. As you guys can see, air slashes just chunking. We're gonna go ahead and throw in bad timing, trying to get this Scissor out the way, and it looks like we might have a chance here. In the back, there's a Pamacinian. I don't know how to say the name, but the rugby monkey, ape, monkey. I don't know, monkey. Uh, and we're gonna go 5-0. We're gonna go 5-0 despite the game crashing. Two shield flex win with our Shadow Swanna, the strength of Shadow Swanna. Um, yeah, very, I don't know what to say, but the game crashed and we still won. That's something you usually don't see, right? And I really thought I chopped this up a lot better, but apparently I did not. As we do hop into the next battle, we're going to see Shadow Swanna up against a Grand Bone. This is not good because if it's running Charm, look at those charms. They are chunking on the Shadow Swanna. Shadow Swanna making it to the Fly. Fly is going to get shielded by the Granbull, obviously, and then we're going to swap out into our Feraligatr, starting to get these moves off. And since Feraligatr is a lot spammier, we're going to make sure to throw on very good timing here, and it looks like we do throw on good timing. Charging up the Hydro Cannon to an excellent. They just let it go through, which is fine with me. They in the back is a Garchomp. Gonna make sure to throw on good timing once again. 1-4-7 if you're counting your moves, or 1-3-5 if you're counting their moves. I like to count their moves, but that's just easier for me. Depends on how you like to do it. So now we are gonna see that they have a Crobat in the back, and I ruined it to set up my Swanna, but unfortunately for me, they didn't let me set up my Swanna. So let's just go ahead and top left. Now we are going to see Dragonite up against our Shadow Swanna, and it's a Shadow Dragonite as well. Unfortunately for us, this is really bad for us, and I think they let us get a free move there, so I'm just going to go ahead and shield. Probably should not have shielded, because if I don't shield, what happens is I still get this fly off, I think, and then I can go instantly to Steelix. They're staying in, which is kind of interesting. Gonna go straight for um the crunch here, and I know they're not gonna bait me because they have no reason. I'm down to shield, and they really want to get rid of this Steelix, right? So they're gonna go ahead and throw their Earthquake here, which is really understandable. I'm gonna go straight for the Psychic Fangs, and I wish I would have went straight Psychic Fangs because it looks like I would have won this matchup if I go straight Psychic Fangs. So now I do believe we make it to the crunch, and I probably wouldn't have had to take that move either if I go Psychic Fangs. And so that's a little mistake on my part. They come out into an Ampharos. Ampharos is just gonna wreck my team now. We have no answer for the Ampharos. And I'm gonna go ahead and shield this. I should do one and throw, but they swap out. They get me on the CMP tie, the BAP tie, the cap tie, which is the worst case scenario because I really needed both of these hydros. And now, unfortunate for me, I'm not even gonna make it to another move. Swan is definitely gonna get farmed down as it's double super effective, quadruple super effective, and yeah, as we do end up losing a heartbreaking game that we could have potentially won. But either way, we're gonna move on to the next game. We're gonna see Swanna up against our normal Gardevoir. And it's not running Charm, but look at these magical leaves. They are chunking. And because they are running magical leaf, they are gonna make it to the triple axle faster. I'm gonna go ahead and let it go through because I don't want to shield. And now I am gonna go ahead and switch out into my Fire Alligator. I'm hoping I can just get this farm down completely, but they make it to another move, and I'm already down close to half. Now these next few leaf magical leaves are going to chunk, and they swap out into Gyarados. Gyarados is going to get hit with the crunch. We get the debuff. Just going to go straight for the Hydro Cannon this time. I expect them to shield at this point since it is pretty much a one shot from that range with the debuff. And we do make it to another Hydro Cannon. It's going to be enough to KO. In the back is a Flygon. And I'm sorry, Flygon, but we're going to have to win this game. I can't. I'm going to go ahead and let it go through. They bait me. Oh man, the opponent's in shambles and baited me. I tried to catch here what is a scorching sands, but they don't throw the scorching sands. I don't know. They might have been single moved. I'm not too sure. Maybe they were a baiter. I don't know. You never know down here in these lower ranks, right? But yeah, as we do hop into the next battle, we're gonna see Galissapod up against our Swanna, and this is really good for the Swanna. But as you guys can see, those Shadow Claws are chunking on the Swanna. And now I'm gonna go ahead and let this go through. X Scissor, they do throw a resistant move, but it was either gonna be Aerial Ace or X Scissor. And look at how X Scissor brought me down already to yellow. But luckily for us, we do have a Swampert in the back. Gonna go ahead and shield this Muddy Water. I don't know why I shielded the Muddy Water, but we do get the attack fall, which is fine. I'm gonna go ahead and go straight for the Fly. Fly is gonna do some reasonable amount of damage. Just gonna go ahead and let this go through now. Another Muddy Water, swap out into the Steelix because Steelix can tank these moves since it's not a Hydro, it's just a Muddy Water. I'd rather just stay in here with Steelix because I can swap out eventually. Steelix has the potential just to stay in here, spam out these Psychic Fangs, and people just don't like it, right? They are going to shield the first one, which is very interesting. Going to charge up another Psychic Fangs, and now they do let that one go through. Very interesting. Gonna go ahead and let this go through. If it is the Aurora Spear or the Flamethrower, I was fine with it. But they do actually go for the Aerial Ace, so I'm not even sure if they're running. They're gonna swap out, like I said I could, and we're gonna get the complete farm down on the Togekiss to take that game. And we're gonna hop into the next battle. We're gonna see Swanna, Shadow Swanna up against another Gardevoir. This time it's purified and it's running Charm. It's correct move. And we're gonna be making it to the Fly here. But look at those charms. They are chunking. Once again, we're gonna do the same play. We're gonna swap out into our Fire Alligator. And this time, since they are running Charm, they are I don't think they threw the move, but they could have threw a move unless they only had Shadow Ball or something. Um, but yeah, you should be running triple axle. I think if they throw triple axle, we lose. But yeah, we're gonna have a very fun time here up against this Ninetales. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and throw the Psychic Fangs here. I don't have Earthquake, so I can't really throw that. And now I do believe this Ninetales is cancel Ninetales, by the way, is actually running Feint Attack, which is very interesting. And I throw bad timing here. Undercharge it just a tad bit, just to get the win with the Swanna. Swanna's going to be able to take that win into Shield Flex. We're going to be able to take that game as we do see that we go 4-1 in this set. Going to go ahead and put on the star piece, catch these Pokemon real quick. Could have swore I cut this batter, but apparently I did not. Um, that's what happens when you're trying to do everything so fast. I really need to start taking my time. But yeah, if you guys like the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good jazz. As we are up to 136 subscribers, which is really cool. We're getting closer to that 150 or even better, that 200. which is really cool. Um, they do have a Venusaur up against our Shadow Swanna, and they are gonna swap out into a Dragonite. Oh no, Dragonite's gonna have a bad time with the Steelix, and we ended up shielding a superpower, which the opponent did not like, and they were like, "Yeah, I'm out of here." And they just in the top left. And as we do see Sceptile up against our Shadow Swanna, and now Shadow Swanna is going to be able to do super effective. But the thing is, look at the damage on this Leaf Blade. Oh my gosh. And since they kept throwing on bad timing, I'm just gonna go straight for the farm down here, trying to come out with 2 flies. And I do believe I'm gonna be able to make it to 2 flies because it's a swamper. And yep, we're one away. We do make it to the fly. I think at this point, I'm just gonna go ahead and swap out. No, we just stay in, let him force him to throw. Swanna did his job. Swanna doing a lot of things. Once again, and this person is running muddy water. Since they're running muddy water, we're gonna do the same play once again. We're gonna come into the Steelix. Because if the Steelers gets debuffed, once again, it's just so tanky that it doesn't really do damage at all, so doesn't really matter there. And in the back is a Scizor. I throw on bad timing here, um, just because like I've been getting a lot of lag and the lag's not helping, so it makes me like over tap. I'm not. It's not me over tapping. It's the game making me over tap. Um, but yeah, and I really hate it because sometimes it's really crucial. We are gonna see them throw the Night Slash here. They get the boost, I think, and but that it doesn't really matter because we're at a Hydro Cannon, and a Hydro Cannon is gonna be enough to KO. And I do believe this is the final set that I'm gonna be showing for Alligator up against our Shadow Swanna, and this is really bad because the for Alligator can um farm was down after a Hydro Cannon, but they go for the crunch. It was very interesting, and I'm gonna be able to do 3 air slashes. They make it to their Hydro Cannon just right now. I'm gonna swap out. We catch the Hydro Cannon, and now this should be okay for us. We're gonna be able to get some energy here. They swap out into a Greninja, and this is actually not looking good for me, but we'll see what it does. Greninja is gonna get hit with the move. They are gonna throw their move, and I'm gonna try to make it to another Hydro Cannon here. Nice Slash is gonna come through. At this point, I can't shield this, so I'm just gonna go ahead and let it go through. I probably come into my Swanna. Yeah, come to Swanna. Try to make it to the move. We do make it to the move, so we're either gonna get the shield here or they're gonna go ahead and let it go through, which they do let it go through. Back comes in for Alligator, and I'm just gonna go ahead and let this go. No, we're gonna shield. Put it in farm down range. Oh, they swap out into Gengar. Was that Gengar? Gyarados. Oh yeah, this is the game that looked really tricky. So I probably should have went Psychic Fangs once again. We're making huge mistakes. I guess they don't have Aqua Tail. We're making huge mistakes. I should definitely go for the Psychic Fangs here. Make it to another Psychic Fangs. I would have been at the night. Yeah, we're making huge mistakes here. But either way, it looks like they don't have Aquatel. Since they don't have Aquatel, we're going to be able to farm down and take that game. As we do hop into the next battle, we're going to see Shadow Swanna up against a Poliwrath. And this is really good for the Swanna. But once again, Swanna's so not tanky. It's so frail. It just cannot take a hit. And they swap out into a Magnezone. Magnezone's going to get met with my Steelix. Steelix is going to be able to just farm down completely here. I'm going to be able to take this move. If they wild charge me, it's going to be really good for me because I can go straight for the farm down there. Add another wild charge. Most likely going to throw the wild charge just to make my farm down a little bit easier for me. And that way they don't get enough. I don't get enough energy. In the back is going to be Aurora. So Aurora is going to get hit with the Psychic Fangs. They end up shielding the Psychic Fangs. And now I do one Dragon Tail. Throw the crunch here for very good timing. And this time they get the defensive fall once again, which is fine. Gonna go ahead and let this go through. And I do believe it's just gonna be a weather ball. They're gonna make it to another one, which is fine. And I'm gonna go throw the crunch here immediately. No, yeah, we do one and then throw the crunch. We're gonna see, do they want to shield? And answers yes, which is fine. So probably gonna be able to farm down completely with my for Alligator. Gonna go ahead and let this go through. If they meteor beam me, it's fine. Gonna go ahead and shield this just in case it is the mirror beam because they did bait me. And we're at the fly. Fly is gonna be enough to KO this Poliwrath. No, not enough to KO the Poliwrath, but one more air slash, and we're gonna be able to take that game as we do hop into the next game. I think this might be the final game. We're gonna see Lucario up against our Swanna, and this is actually not looking good for us. Look at that. They're just gonna be able to power punches all the way through. And I'm gonna try to make it to a fly here. We do make it to a fly. Most likely they're gonna shield because they want to shield their boosted power up punch Lucario. They're gonna be able to power punch me all the way, like I said. And now I'm gonna switch out into my Fry Alligator, saving a little bit of health and energy on my Swanna. Now I'm gonna go ahead and shield this. Gonna try to farm down completely, but look at these calendars, they're chunking. Oh my gosh, and this is the reason why we needed a tank just like Steelix. We're gonna be able to make it to the Hydro Cannon here. Hydro Cannon's gonna come through. We're at the next Hydro Cannon. We're at the next Hydro Cannon. Hydro Cannon is gonna get shielded up, which is fine. Gonna go ahead and let this go through because no, we're gonna go ahead and shield. Oh my gosh, why did I shield? I should have let that go through. Okay, well, yeah, big mistake on my part. And then now what do? Come into my Steelix. In the back, there is a Charizard. And this is looking super bad for me. Oh my gosh, this is looking horrible. What do? They're gonna blast burn me. We're gonna go straight for the once again should have went Psychic Fangs most likely. We're gonna go for the crunch, hoping for the debuff, but it's not gonna give me the debuff. Oh my gosh, I need to get this thing out the way. One, two, three. We make it to Psychic Fangs, but they are at another move. Hoping this is not the Blast Burn. It's just the Dragon Claw. We're gonna be able to farm down, get to the move here, and Crunch is going to be enough to KO the Swampert. Oh man, such a roller coaster game. Last one for you guys here. And we could have potentially ended up losing that game. So many throws from me and the opponent. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good jazz, and I will see you guys on the next video.